video 2 today. Damn, we're doing 2 vids today, guys. This one's gonna be a fun one. This one, I think, some people might go a little cheesed about, but, it's just Sam Downey. Someone's gonna get mad at me, but that's all good, We're just vibing. Most of my subscribers kind of think the same way as me, so, Okay. All right. I'll take a sip of water real quick, and then we'll get right in the video. Okay, let's do it. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sam Downey here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. That's at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. I'm posting videos here all the time about like stuff. So, if you like stuff, check it out. Sam Downey channel. Best channel on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We're all chill trans people. We transition. We transfer genders. Let's go. Okay, wow. Damn. Yeah. Oh yeah, Transformer. Okay, wow. Oh, okay, all right. So today's video, it's gonna be a pretty interesting video. There's this word in the trans community that it's like, it's kind of like people don't really know exactly where they stand with this word, right? Some people get incredibly offended by it, incredibly offended, like straight up, like they take it to the max of offended words, Wow, I can't talk today. And then some people just don't really mind it. So, we're gonna be talking about this word today. If you don't know what this word is, honestly, just do one Google search. Like, it's pretty straightforward that you know what we're talking about. So, is it really that bad? I think is the question, or is it really bad? That's what we're going to be talking about today, and then my opinion on it, basically. Hopefully, everybody kind of agrees with me. If you don't agree with me, though, feel free to always, leave your opinion in the comments. But, let's try and be nice about it. Everybody can have their own opinion about this, but, let's not try and create a giant argument or whatever based around people's, egos. Let's be real. This channel is all about not caring what other people think, right? That's what my channel is about. It's about self-validation. Basically, what I try to teach on my channel is you don't need outside validation to be validated. All you got to do is validate yourself. When it comes to your gender identity, sexuality, anything like that, you just got to validate yourself. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what other people think. You don't have to convince people that you're trans or convince people that you're gay or a lesbian or bisexual or pansexual, anything like that, right? You don't have to convince anyone. If you know your identity, that's it. That is really it. And, I don't know, it's just I kind of feel like that's the way you got to go with it because, we live in a world where basically, people have the right to, not respect your pronouns or not respect your identity. And, it sucks to say, but that's really how life goes, People aren't going to be sent to jail for not using your pronouns. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Sorry. I know a lot of people think that oh, that should be a thing, but in the end, that's not going to happen. And, we just need to realize that and we need to move on from that concept and move on to more let's just self-validate ourselves and then maybe hang out with the people who are going to validate us as well and just kind of find your right chosen family, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. Now, my opinion on the word is basically, I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me about this, but I kind of like it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like it. I kind of think it's a fun word. I like just kind of joking around with the word. Obviously, I'd never call someone that who doesn't want to be called that. It's usually I just call myself that. It's kind of it's just a funny word that I use for myself. And then I have a couple of close friends that will also use that word as well for me. And, it's just a joke. I find it fun. I find it fun. I don't find it offensive. I've never found it offensive. And to be honest, I actually think it's a strong word that is used in a way that, let's be real, I kind of find it affirming. I really do, because the way that I look at it as is they didn't call me a man. They called me something else. And it's sure, okay, you could go with, well, they didn't call you by your gender identity. It's well, technically, it is just a slang term for gender identities, right? In the end, if you get offended by this term, guys, don't think I'm saying oh, I go around and call everyone this term. I don't. I really don't, guys. I really don't. But, obviously I joke around with some friends about it and, we all are on the same page about it. And I know if someone's comfortable with that term, they're comfortable with being called called that term in like a joking way, then obviously I'll bring them in on, the action, what I'm saying? But obviously if you're not comfortable with that term, like, totally valid as well. I do find it affirming. Like, I really do. And it's weird to say, but yeah, I find it affirming. And, it's just a fun word. And, I kind of want to take that word back. And I'm kind of on that team, right? So I think that we should be taking it back and just using it as a fun term. It's the same thing as queer, right? Queer used to be used as an offensive term to call LGBT people. Now we've taken it back and, people love it. Like, honestly, people use it all the time. Like, queer is a term that's used all the time. I don't understand why we can't take back like, I don't know why we can't just take back tranny, like, straight up. Like, it's not, I don't find it that bad. And, I feel like a lot of people just like kind of overthink the term, I think. Like, when I first came out as trans, like, of course, like, I kind of thought, oh, I guess that's an offensive term. Like, I don't want people calling me that. But then I got a lot more comfortable with my gender identity. And I was like, why am I uncomfortable with this? It's just a term that's used to describe trans people. Is it really that offensive, right? Like, I don't know, like, I think that, calling a trans woman a drag queen is a little bit more offensive than using the term tranny. Like, I don't know, like, that's my opinion, but obviously everybody has their own opinion. Now, I can understand why people who want to pass could find it as offensive because it's basically labeling you as a trans person and, you're being labeled as a trans person. And I know there are a lot of trans people out there that, their goal is to pass. Their goal is to not be labeled as a trans person. Now, compared to me, where I love using the term trans, if people ask me, are you a boy or a girl? I love being like, I'm trans. I'm a trans person. I love saying that. And I love being open about my trans identity. As you guys know, I run this YouTube channel. I'm also super open at work. Like, I literally tell all my associates, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to answer them because I want people to learn more about the trans community and I want people to be more comfortable with, trans people and like, just learn more about the trans community, straight up. I don't believe in this whole concept of, oh yeah, like you shouldn't be able to ask a trans person any questions. Like, how are you going to learn anything? How are you going to learn anything then? Like, it's like straight up, transitioning trans people, it's an interesting topic and it should be more open-minded about asking questions about. Now, I understand some people don't want to be asked questions about, certain things or whatever, maybe like genitals or something like that, but, asking about someone's gender identity and being interested in someone's gender identity, I don't know how that's offensive. I really don't understand how that's offensive. And, some people just get so damn offended by it and they're so obsessed with, you don't ask a trans person anything, you just respect me and that's it. And it's like, wow, you're totally gonna get people to respect you with that concept compared to actually being more open-minded and, hey guys, if you have any questions for me, feel free to let me know because I would like you to learn more about my community so you know how to respect trans people even more than you actually do, right? I don't know, like that's kind of my main opinion on that word, right? Like, it's not really like, I can see how some people could find it offensive, but, like, I'm gonna be real with you, even people that don't know me, if they're just using it as a derogative way, like, I'm just like, thanks for affirming me, bro. Like, straight up, thanks for affirming me. So I don't know, like, it's a hard topic to really discuss because some people get so damn offended by it. So it's really hard to discuss, but, I don't understand why we can't take that word back. I really don't understand how, taking that word back is a bad thing. Using that word in a fun way, using that word in a way to affirm ourselves. It's a word that's, has history behind it. And, let's be real, like, there's been awards that are named after that word and they took that word away because like people were so offended by it. And of course there are some people that are very offended by it, but I think a lot of people also probably have the same kind of perspective as me on the word where it's like they just think they have to be offended by it because there's so many people that are offended by it. But in the end, obviously this is an open space, you feel free to leave your opinion down in the comments. I'd really be interested in other opinions on this, if you agree with me on this concept or if you disagree and you actually do think it's a very offensive word, so I would be interested in kind of hearing, what your opinion on it is, and, hopefully we can start kind of a good discussion in the comments as well, because, I always have found this concept, like this word, like interesting, and I just never really understood why it was considered so offensive, like, because, I don't know, like, I just don't find it offensive, like, I really don't, like, everyone, like, yo, hate on me if you want, like, I really don't, like, I just don't find it offensive at all, and I find it actually kind of affirming, straight up, I'm being affirmed, like, thanks for affirming me, bro, like, Like, besides that, make sure to follow me on, or join my Patreon if you want to support this channel even more. I really appreciate every dollar that everyone gives to me. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. I'm posting videos here all the time about like trans stuff, non-binary stuff, all that kind of stuff, LGBT. So you know what I'm saying? Make sure to follow me, subscribe, do all that stuff, and catch you guys next time. Peace.